Hi guys, Scuffy Special here, back with another video, and in today's video we'll be previewing tomorrow's game at home against Arsenal, North London derby. It really is a super Sunday. I've had a busy week. I had disappointment against Chelsea, we're out of the cup, but the next 2 weeks is really crucial for our season, so we go again, North London derby. Can we get revenge on Arsenal? Please stay watching until the very end. Let's crack straight into it, and I hope you're all well. Let's start with the team news ahead of the North London derby tomorrow. Antonio Conte has confirmed that Eric Dyer remains unavailable from the North London derby, but that Steven Bergwijn should return to the matchday squad. Defender Eric hasn't featured since our last Premier League game, a 1-0 win at Watford on New Year's Day, where attacker Steven picked up a calf problem in the Boxing Day win over Crystal Palace. Speaking at his pre-match press conference yesterday, Antonio confirmed Dyer is suffering a little muscular problem, and he's not fit for the game against Arsenal. Steven Bergwijn has recovered from his injury. He's had 2 training sessions with us. For sure, he's not 100% fit at the moment, but I need him to come onto the bench. I've asked him about his availability for the game against Arsenal. For me, he's an important option after Son was injured. We have many injuries, and then there is always a COVID situation every day. You have to check, and sometimes you find a surprise. But we are preparing the game against Arsenal. At this moment, all teams are suffering injury problems, COVID situations, international competition, and Tottenham is the same. We have to try and recover very soon the players who are injured. That's what Antonio Conte had to say about it. Antonio said earlier in the week that he doesn't expect Son to return until after the break in domestic fixtures later this month, but gave an update on Christian Romero possible return when speaking to Spurs TV. While also confirming that he's checking one situation in regulation to a possible COVID-19 diagnosis in the squad. Here's what he had to say. About Christian Romero, he is almost ready and he's having parts of training sessions with us. I think that we have to now be calm and to take the best decision for the player, but he's very close to coming back to play, and this is good news. We're checking on a possible case of COVID, and then there are the injuries that we've having for a long time. So that is the team news. Eric Dyer still out, with positive news on Bergwijn return to the matchday squad. Son out until the domestic break, it looks like. So yeah, and they're checking the case of COVID. So that is the team news. Now going into my visited lineup using your favourite tactics board. I love using it as well. So I changed the 3-5-2 for the game against Chelsea. It was unclear what Conte was trying to do. I think it was a bit similar, but I've gone with a different formation to try and win, get revenge for this North London derby. So I've gone with a 3-4-1-2 formation. So goalkeeper Hugo Lloris returning after missing the last 2 cup games, one in the FA Cup and one in the Carabao Cup. Javin Tanganga done a lot better in the second leg, I thought, against Chelsea, and he's up for the North London derby. He bring his physical presence, getting stuck in and playing for the badge, but also trying not to get sent off as well. Centre-back Davinson Sanchez, I've said before, has done so well under Antonio Conte. Centre-back Ben Davies, who I've now confirmed that his best role is at the left centre-back role, if you like, and back 3. He's so comfortable in that position. That's his probably favourite position now and his best position. Left back Sergio Reguilón, for some reason, missed the second leg against Chelsea. Conte didn't say anything about that. It's unclear if it was an injury or just giving him a rest. Can't see why in a big game, but anyway, hopefully he returns. He wasn't mentioned in the team news absences. Oliver Skipp comes in to replace Winks compared with the Chelsea game. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who looked better after that rest against Morecambe. Right back, Emerson Rowe's got a lot to prove because we're linked with Adama Traore and we could possibly turn him into a wing back. Emerson's got to improve for me because he can't cross the ball. Now, interesting front 3, if you like. So, in the pocket, I've gone Dele. Lo Celso played that role during the week, but I haven't gone for the front 3 that usually Conte likes to play. Maybe Lucas more wide, Kane in central. But I've gone with Lucas and Kane up top, but Dele's sitting here instead of Lo Celso to give Lo Celso a bit of a break. And I've gone with Lucas, who I love dribbling on players, and Kane looking to get a goal in the North London derby. Obviously not his best season, but Kane always scores in the important matches. So, can he do it again? That is my predicted lineup for the North London derby, the NLD. Now going to my predicted score for the North London derby. Ready? So, I think we will get revenge on Arsenal for that shocking, I think it was 3-1 defeat, I believe, in the end at the Emirates under Nuno, when we really hit rock bottom. Yeah, we really did hit rock bottom under Nuno. So I think we'll get revenge. A 1-0 win, goal from Harry Kane, as I said, always scoring in Northumberland derbies. Let me know your predicted score in the comments below for a chance of a shout out, because if you submit it in this video below before the ball kicks off tomorrow at 4:30, which I'll be telling you more about and how to watch the game. The ball kicks off at 4:30 tomorrow. Submit it only in this video. Same with whenever I ask you to predict the score if you want to. Of course, it's optional, but only in pre-match previews for the Arsenal game in this video below. Any scoreline submitted after the ball is kicked off or not in this video will not be counted, even if it guessed correctly. If you guess it correctly, get shout out the next video. I haven't got it right for a while either, nor has anyone else. So, can you beat me to it? I go 1-0 Spurs, Kane scoring in the North London derby. Now, we're going to go on how to watch. So the game's tomorrow, which is Sunday, Sunday 16th of January. It's a 4:30 kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, the NLD North London derby against Spurs. As I said, it's a 4:30 kickoff on Sky Sports main event on Super Sunday or Sky Sports Football. It really is the main event of the weekend, and it really is a Super Sunday, and let's hope it turns out a Super Sunday in terms of result. Finally, travel information. It's been updated several times, but I'm going to give you the latest one. Ready? Spurs vs Arsenal travel update, including scheduled rail disruption. Fans attending the North London derby against Arsenal at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday, kick-off 4:30 p.m, which I've already told you, are asked to take note of the following travel information. Scheduled travel disruption. A scheduled track closure is taking place this weekend, affecting Greater Anglia services between Broxbourne and Audley End. Enhanced services will be in operation between Hetford East and Liverpool Street with 4 trains per hour and a shuttle service of 2 trains per hour between Broxbourne and Liverpool Street. All of these services will stop at Broxbourne and Northumberland Park. Rail replacement bus services between Broxbourne and Audley End will operate every half hour. There will also be a direct express bus service between Stansted Airport and Broxbourne. Parking is available at Broxbourne Station for £5.50 on Sunday. The station car park has a capacity for 476 vehicles. Big Green Coach are operating an enhanced service for this match with services from the following locations: Aylesbury, Bedford, Bushett, Salford, Braintree, Brentwood, Cambridge, Chelmsford, Colchester, Dartford, Gillingham, Harlow Town, Helmer Hempstead, Hitchford, Luton, Mainhead, Maidstone, Milton Keynes, Saffron Walden, Sheffield, Slough, St Albans, Trubton and Wickham. Stations: Tottenham Hale, that was a mouthful by the way. The new station concourse at Tottenham Hale is now open, providing access to Greater Anglia and London Underground service via a single entrance for which a new queuing process will be in place. Work is ongoing on the station interchange between the services. Tottenham Hale is now a fully accessible station. Access to the Victoria Line and between London Underground and Greater Anglia services is now available following the refurbishment of a lift. Greater Anglia platforms are fully accessible from the concourse, which has entry and exit ramps. Supporters using the Victoria Line are advised to use Tottenham Hale rather than Seven Sisters, as it's a shorter walk to and from the stadium, unless you want to get your steps up. White Hart Lane. Supporters are advised to check for train cancellations before attempting to travel pre and post match this NLD. London Overground services will operate 4 trains per hour in both directions throughout the day, with all trains consisting of 8 carriages. Supporters travelling to Liverpool Street post-match are reminded that Northumberland Park services have greater capacity than those from White Hart Lane. White Hart Lane is a fully accessible station. Northumberland Park. Supporters are asked to take note of the travel disruption affecting Greater Anglia services and plan their journey accordingly using www.nationalrail.co.uk. 8 trains per hour will operate in both directions at Northumberland Park pre and post match. 6 will be from and to Liverpool Street. The shuttle service between Stratford and Medicine Water will be in operation for this match. 2 services per hour in both directions will stop at Northumberland Park. Victoria Line. Victoria Line services will be operating every 3 to 4 minutes in both directions pre and post match, and supporters are advised to use Tottenham Hale rather than Seven Sister stations. Queue management. Queue management systems will be in place at all stations. Supporters are asked to respect and work with staff at our stations. TfL buses. Prior to the match, the W3 will follow its normal route, but the 149, 259, 279 and 349 services will be diverted away from the high road at least 2 hours before the game. Supporters are advised to check for delays due to roadworks before travelling. I've nailed that now. It took me a while to start with, but it's been regular. This season's been all the way through. Post-match, the TfL bus services will return to normal operation as soon as possible after the local road closures are lifted. More information on road closures can be found on this link I'm reading on this article. Spurs official updated travel news for the North London derby. Cycling. For supporters wishing to cycle to the stadium, bike stands are available at Tottenham Community Sports Centre and St Francis de Sales School, which are both located on the High Road. Dedicated bicycle parking is also available on street around the stadium. Although our bag policy still applies, stewards will be briefed regarding cyclists need to carry helmets, puncture kits and removable seats into the stadium. Shuttle buses. The club is operating its 2 shuttle bus services from both Alexander Palace Station, which is the Greater Northern Line, and Wood Green Station, which is the Piccadilly line to the stadium. Road closures. Please note, our major event day road closures measures will be in place as usual. COVID-19. Following the government's implementation of its COVID-19 autumn and winter plan B, new protocols are in place for match attending fans. Supporters are strongly encouraged to familiarise themselves with these new protocols and plan their journey to arrive and enter the stadium early. We recommend supporters familiarise themselves with the latest government guidance on staying safe by using public transport, including face coverings and social distancing where possible, which can be found on the government website. Supporters are advised to check for cancellation to services before departing to the stadium. That's the travel information. Before I go, this North London derby is important. We get revenge. It's important for our season because we're competing with top 4 for Arsenal, and as you can see in that table, we're so close behind Arsenal. And if we win, we do go above Arsenal. We don't want that gap to go. So for me, this game depends on if it's realistic to get top 4 or not. It's a huge couple of weeks for our season. We've got Leicester next and then Chelsea. They're all teams in and around us that either affect our top 4 or cup position. We're out the cup. It's not over yet. Think positively and enjoy the North London derby on this Super Sunday, the main event of the weekend. And let's hope we win. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoy. And as always, come on you Spurs. Let's get revenge on the Arsenal and win the North London derby. Bring it home. Come on you Spurs.